Recently, somebody asked me about becoming a vegetarian. Is that a halachic issue? And so I asked the person, so why you want to become a vegetarian? So he said, because of the cruelty to animals and the the animals have feelings also, and how can we eat them? This whole entire thing. So I'm not a nutritionist, not a nutritional expert or anything like that. However, I do know that animals don't have feelings. Animals don't have feelings. Let's establish that. I don't care about all dog lovers and cat, people. Animals don't have feelings. An animal is not capable of love. Love is a commandment from God, giving ve'ahavta to humans. There's not only to humans, to Am Yisrael. So therefore, a dog is not able to love. He's able to be attached, to condition, and so on. But I'll take a dog. Let's say you had a dog, right? And the dog so-called loves you. And then you'll go out of the picture, and I go and I feed it and I'm conditioning it. And the dog would love me too, as much as it loves you. There's no love by dogs. There's no such thing. That's an invention that people who raise animals as an excuse for them to really be cruel to animals by actually having them. I think having dogs and cats is cruelty. What we do to those animals. But that's besides that. Animals don't have feelings. And me killing a cow or a goat or sheep or I don't know whatever else we eat, a chicken, I don't know, whatever else we eat. What, a carrot is not a living thing? An onion is not a living thing? Of course it is. Of course it is. You take a carrot out of the ground, you think it's dead. It's not dead. It's still alive. You put it in your refrigerator. See, it will still have some leaves grown. I'll tell you something. Years ago, I had to become a macrobiotic because of a certain condition I had. So I was, for quite a while, I was eating a macrobiotic diet. So it was a very nice thing. Upon being a macrobiotic, I was also I had to eat a certain root. It's called burdock root. Most people are not aware of that. Used in various recipes in Asian cuisine. Get to know it as a very, very nice thing. I used to go to the organic store and health food store and buy organic burdock root, and it's expensive. It's just really expensive. But then I saw one time on one of the burdock root that there's some leaves coming out. And I said, wow, that's the will to live. So guess what? I cut the top, and I took that little thing and I put it into the ground. And for maybe 5-6 years afterwards, I have a constant supply of burdock root that spread out all over. And that was great because it was organic. It was grown in my backyard, and from a piece that big, I took. So it's a living thing. The problem is, there is a point of becoming more vegetarian than a meat eater. I mean, if you look at it this way, when you eat meat, it's completely dead. So therefore, eating something that still is, quote unquote, closer to be alive is better. I mean, if you would eat, and you agree with me, that if you would eat a chicken that you grew in your backyard, giving it its own food, you shechted it, and then you ate it, it's going to be much better than chicken that you buy in the supermarket that takes about, I don't know how long to get to you. From the time that's slaughtered until it gets to you, I think sometimes could be like a week. First of all, I think every meat has to be refrigerated for 24 hours before anything is done. Besides, I'm not talking about salting it until it gets to you, get to the distributor, and so on and so forth. It's forever. So yes, there is an argument of becoming a vegetarian. The thing is like this: we need to understand when we eat, our body, our health is basically what's going on in our body. It's all a chemical reaction. It's all breakdown of chemicals there is. If I'm eating an animal that is bombarded with vitamins and with antibiotics and so on and so forth, I'm basically poisoning my body slowly, and so is eating food that is, vegetables or GMOs and all the other stuff that they put in it, all these sulfites and all the other, things that they put there, the pesticides and so on for vegetables. But eating fruit or vegetables, it's much better for you than to eat meat. I'm sorry, there's nothing to do. I mean, we don't live in a society that requires that. If you're going to eat meat, we do believe in, and we see it, we always say it, you are what you eat. Kabbalistically is without a doubt. Every part that you eat becomes a part of your neshama. If I eat a lot of the cow, my neshama is going to become quote-unquote cowish, in terms of like very animalistically oriented, because my body can process so much protein, so much animal food. That's from the Kabbalah side altogether. That's why a lot of the Kubbalim, and great rabbis, even in our time, like Rav Kook and so on, they were vegetarians because of that. The will to live of anything is what we need to be aware of, and we need to be considered. What does that mean? And therefore, it doesn't make a difference if I eat a cow or eat carrots. Everything that I did gave its life to me. So I need to be very careful. And what am I going? At least the carrot that I ate, or the cabbage that I ate, or the apple that I ate, I need to give it a better chance to be something better than just a carrot, because it was pretty fine as a carrot. So it requires me in my behavior to become more sensitive, more caring, less animalistic. But what happens when I eat meat, and all I do is want to consume meat and more meat and more meat, and I'm not changing my behavior. I'm just as an animal as I was before, even worse than so therefore I took a cow, I killed it for nothing, because it was probably much better off than a cow than it was me. That's the problem. The problem is that we're not even giving the chance. We say, Lefi Kabbalah, when we make a bracha, we shecht it, we so-called elevate and it's true, I elevate the animal from an animal to become a part human. Now the cow became a part of me, so a part of the cow became human also. But how does this come to effect when I'm eating and acting like a behemoth, like a pig? So I took a cow and made it into a pig. That's the problem. You need to understand that you need to treat your food like medicine. You eat to heal your body, to create a better chemical reaction in your body, to be able to make you function. Because if you are not going to treat your food like medicine, you're going to end up eating medicine like food. And that's what it is with the overconsumption of medication that we have, because our bodies are basically dying. Our bodies are dying because we overwhelm it. Our body is not functioning appropriately. And that's why we became very jittery and anxious and rude. And that is a part also because we create a certain chemical imbalance in our bodies. It's overwhelming. Too much burning going on. Imagine, for example, let's say you have a car and you have an engine, right? What's the average gasoline you put in most cars in America? 89, right? 89, 87, 87. Let's say 87. What happens if I put in your car jet fuel? It's 100 and whatever, I don't know, 110 or what. It's going to explode. It doesn't need that. So is our bodies. We don't adjust our food to our lifestyle. The Rambam told you that. You didn't want to listen. Everybody's telling you that. You don't want to listen because you're still in your state of disarray in terms of like what is good and what is bad. You don't know what's going on with you. If you're going to work, as the Rambam says, if you're going to work hard, I don't know, you're a lumberjack or like, walking with a jackhammer, extreme physical, okay, eat whatever you want, your body burns it. You're a football player, or you're an army ranger, you burn, I don't know, Navy SEAL, you're burning like 10,000 calories a day. Okay, I hear you, but you're not. And that is the problem. So you tell me, but how about Judaism? Kohanim ate meat. You're right, the Kohanim ate meat, and we know that when the Kohanim acted appropriately, the korbanot that they ate did not give them a stomachache. They ate meat all the time, and it was consumed within them, because they were spiritually balanced. But when they weren't up to that level, they ate and they had stomachaches. That's the problem. Yes, it is okay for you to become a vegetarian. I do believe. You know what? You want to eat meat. Why won't you eat meat? Eat meat, twice a week, once a week. We eat for Shabbat, eat meat. There's nothing wrong with that. If you can't do that, you are absolutely meat lover, I would recommend to you to become more aware, because it's not a matter of yes, what we do to the animals, the way we raise animals, the way we kill animals, it's terrible. I mean, it really is bad what we do to these animals. I do have to say. But that is our obligation as humans. We're giving a permission to eat animals, but not to abuse animals. But that's not the argument right now. What we are talking about is about what it does to your body. Try to go for like a cleansing diet for 1 week. Just eat vegetables. Become a vegetarian. I'm not even talking about eating raw food. There is a whole concept of eating raw food that is the closest thing. You're eating it so quote with all its energy still in it. Right? I'm eating the food, the apples and all the vegetables and fruits when they're raw. I'm not cooking them. There's a whole concept of raw food diet that really vitalizes you. And why? Because it's fresh, it's still alive, so this will to live still exists in it. But when you're eating a lot of dead food, you're getting your body dead. Your body is dead, is dying. And I do believe a lot of the anxiety that people suffer and so on and so forth has to do. There are many reasons for that. It's if you become vegetarian, doesn't mean you don't have anxiety, but it's not. It doesn't help you. And allergies that we have, and all the other things that we have, a lot of it has to do with when I'm talking about. We're not talking about anxiety. I'm not talking about a physiological thing, a condition. I'm talking about a spiritual anxiety. We're very unhappy, and it's all because of the imbalanced diet that we eat in terms of the chemical reaction in our body. Eating vegetables or becoming vegetarian is not going to make you more peaceful, but it sure can help you becoming more harmonious with yourself, with your body, with who you are, what you are. And of course, Kabbalistically, there's a whole reasoning behind why not to eat a lot of meat. Why if anything you should eat is more fish, in terms of, because meat represents din. Din represents judgment. Judgment means harshness, and so on and so forth. Fish is chesed. That's why the mazal, the sign of Purim is mazal dagim, fish. That's why they say kol hanolad be'adar en kshafim sholtim bo. Right? And so on and so forth. So if you can do this thing, so at least try for maybe twice a week. If you can't do that, if you have to have meat, at least try twice a week to be a complete vegetarian. A vegan, don't eat your cheese and milk and so on and so forth. And see what it does to your body. I mean, I myself am a vegan already for I don't know how long. And I do see, almost 2 years. I see a tremendous difference in my energy level and so on and so forth. I thought I'm going to be more tired. But just the other way around. I never liked meat to begin with. It wasn't a big deal for me. But I said, there's something wrong with this. There's something wrong with that, with this whole concept. So therefore, no, there is not a problem with becoming a vegetarian, but you need to understand it's not because of emotional or animal emotions because they don't have it, but rather than the attitude behind what I eat and understanding that. So, and so when you try to eat, try to at least become better than what you just ate. Understand that whatever it is, that carrot or the cow, gave its life for you, and they deserve by you to elevate them to a level of a human and not downgrade them to a level of a beast. Because for that, they have no reshut, I don't think, to take their lives. You're not a wolf that lives in a forest. You are a civilized man, and therefore you need to act like one. So, no, I don't think there is a halachic problem of becoming a vegetarian or vegan. And I'll be the first one to tell you that when Bezat Hashem Bet HaMikdash will build and they bring korbanot, I'll eat meat. I eat the korban because the korban is the korban. Korban is a spiritual manifestation of food. So therefore I don't have a problem eating it. But just to take a piece of steak and throw it on the fire, I'll tell you, it does smell good. And I'm sure it does taste good. However, I expect a little bit of myself. So think about this next time you're about to flip a burger. Might as well just flip a carrot or put an eggplant. Nothing wrong with that. So eat well, be spiritual, and have a great day.